All right. Hello, everybody. This is Jacki Cox coming to you, and this is our introduction for ACE community. Super excited to have all of you here. So ACE is adventure, creativity, and enjoyment, because let's face it, in 2024, we all are rearing to go with more of all of those things in our lives, just based on 2023, and hopefully that is part of your goals for 2024 as well. So I'm going to introduce the community as we go along. But I would love for all of you to introduce yourselves here just really quickly. Tell us your name, your business, and what something adventurous or creative that you're looking forward to in 2024. And then we'll get started truly with, what this community is all about. So Phoenix, we'll start with you.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Phoenix Sagan, and I own My Travel Forever travel agency. I specialize in wildlife tours and adventures, and I do all kinds of crazy fun stuff around the world. I am most looking forward to, on the creativity side, is utilizing my photography to create more art this year.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Thank you for that. All right, Cheryl, if you don't mind chatting, we'd love to hear from you.
My name is Cheryl Munch. I am, probably my full career was in HR, in mostly renewable energy. Currently retired, been retired now for 2 years. Hubby's also retired, so we've been enjoying traveling and some fun adventures. But probably this year, two of the things I'm trying for adventure are axe throwing and snow or dog sledding.
Oh, awesome. And both of those are on our option list. So I love it. And dog sledding. I love both of those options. So thanks for sharing, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well today.
Thank you. I'll just plug along here.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, that's awesome. And life and retirement. I love it. That's good for you. All right, Phaedra, how about you?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Phaedra Shinaki. I am working on and launching next month officially a charcuterie board business and kind of beyond called Food Boards here in Colorado Springs. So that's my big adventure in creativity for the year.
Yeah, awesome.
Is all the business things.
All the things, yes. And it is super creative, and you are already so creative with the food side of things. So I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, super glad to have you here. So thanks for being here. Deidre, hello. We are just doing quick introductions right now, so you haven't missed a thing yet, but glad to have you here. And so I'm going to continue with introductions real quick, and then we'll have you introduce yourself as well. We're having everybody do quick introduction of your business, or what you're working on right now, as well as what is something adventurous or creative that you're looking forward to in 2024. So thank you for being here, but we'll let you get settled in for a second, and then we'll come back to you. Kelly, how about you? Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Kelly Hamilton. I am a lender, and I'm currently living in Castle Pines, Colorado. Loving it. I'm very creative in my business because you have to be with those crazy numbers and mortgages. But you know what I want to do this year is I'm a Jeep girl, a diehard Jeep girl, and I have bought a mattress for the back of my Jeep 2 years ago. Life got in the way. I'm using that this year. Come on, man. We're taking the dog, and we're gonna do some off-road and having some fun.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Thanks, Kelly. That's fantastic. Love it. Terry, let's hear from you.
Hey, ladies. I am Terry Cardula with Talking with Terry, and I just got introduced to this through another networking event, and she's like, "Ooh, adventure. I love adventure. I'm addicted to adventure, to adrenaline." So I've done lots of, from driving race cars to jumping out of planes multiple times to sharks to, like, you name it. I've probably done it, or it's on my bucket list to do. The next one I want to ride is the next one I do is a live bull riding. But
wow,
it takes a week to train for it, and I'm like, can I just like go and just do it? Like,
wow.
So yeah. And then so again, like, it's I love adventure. So of course I'm like, I'm always looking for new things, and I'm an explorer. So like, my
Yeah.
daughter and I, we always are doing adventures. So we always do like these Monday adventures, especially during the summer when she's off of school. And I'm
Awesome.
always looking for new things. I feel like we've
Nice.
tapped into a lot of things in Colorado, but I'm always open for more. So
Ooh, I love it. I
yeah.
love it. You're an adrenaline junkie. I love that.
I am. I'm like hook me up, you know?
Yeah. Fantastic. Awesome, Terry. Thanks for being here today. Well, Deidre, we would love to hear from you as well. And tell us a little bit about you and yourself and what you're looking forward to adventure creativity wise in 2024.
Hi there. And it's Deidre with a long E at
Oh,
the
I'm
end.
so sorry, Deidre.
That's okay. I'm the only person you'll meet that says it this way. So,
Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
yeah, I'm an artist and I work on sculpture and painting, and I've got a series called New Nature that it's about like how we're changing our landscape. So I kind of bring in technological pieces and into my paintings, and then I also add like synthetic things to my rocks. In fact, my rocks are all synthetic. I make these futuristic rocks. And
I love it.
so this year, I mean, I'm just trying to, because I'm new at being a professional artist. I graduated with a fine arts degree in 2022 in December. And so last year was like my first year. So this year I'm just trying to ramp it up a little bit, reach a little further, kind of, take things that I've learned from last year and kind of apply them to this year, and just kind of move that direction. And as far as I don't know, like this whole group, I just want to get information at this point because I don't know if I fully even understand what it is or like what you
Perfect.
do or anything. So I'm just kind of like, this sounds interesting because I am wanting to, it's easy to get locked up in my studio, and
Sure.
start just like kind of being closed in like that. So I kind of want to reach out a little bit more to also do things and be around people in other ways besides just art. So
Yes.
that's kind of where I'm at.
I love it. Thank you, Deidre. And again, I apologize for saying your name
No
wrong.
worries.
I will get that correct moving forward. Everyone on the planet spells my name wrong, so I respect where you're at with your the pronunciation of your name as well. All right, so just to give you an explanation, so I'm Jacki Cox, as you know, as all of you know, and I am a creativity and life coach. And so with that, I'm gonna be fully transparent with all of you right now. Back in November, I was heading out on a solo hike, and I was talking to my mom out loud. She passed last January, but I was talking to her. I talk to her frequently, and I was just asking for a little guidance and some encouragement from her. And I said, you know what, Mom, I'm starting to plan my 2024 year for coaching and things like that. And I love coaching, and I will still continue to do the coaching. I also had said to her, I could use an ace in the hole of really where to take this really next, the business next, and where things would go. And I thought ace, and I saw the brightest light bulb show up for me. And I thought, I can use that. And so honestly, it's been this community has been in the works for the last 6+ years. If you know me well, like Phoenix does and Phaedra does, you know that probably I've talked about it at some point. I've gone in different directions where I've led communities, and they've been great. And I love building community. Community is a big piece of who I am. And all four of those words, ACE, adventure, creativity, enjoyment, and community, 4 of my top 5 values for me personally and professionally. And I actually solidified that last year in March when I attended a retreat with Julie Davis. She's also part of this community. And she had us do our values board. And amongst that, we created this amazing board that kind of looks like a vision board, but more focused around values. And with those 4 things being at the core of it, I just thought there's something there. I've got to be able to do this. And when I say that this has been in the works for 6 years, the name ACE hasn't been, but this community has been. I've been wanting to do an adventure community for a long time. And so now it's come into fruition, and I'm super excited. And I'm so excited to have all of you here. And there are already 8 founding members, which I'm really, really grateful for. A few of them are on the call today. And we officially launched in February, though. So I started talking about this in December, and it's come into fruition really quickly, and I love it. And if I'm being honest, part of my coaching and part of my tagline has been create, balance. And in that acronym create, because I'm all about acronyms apparently, in that acronym create was already creativity, adventure, and enjoyment. Those were 3 of the letters already in there. So this has been circling me for a while now. And finally I was able to really put it to fruition. So what this is going to be about, ACE community. So it's really about embracing life more fully and truly being present, you know, pushing ourselves into courage zones and things like that, where you know, get past those fears of sometimes it's like, oh, I don't really know if I can do this or if I can try that. Well, this will help you move into some of that space of courage as well. That's, by the way, the 5th value. So we're encompassing all of that inside of this community. And so the way it will work is we will get together as a community twice a month. Once a month will be in a meeting structure. Now for you, Cheryl, retired, that's still okay because the meeting structure is going to be about 60% personal development and about 40% business. But it's more important about that word community. It's getting to know each other. It's building those amazing relationships. It's building trust within each other, because then that trust can encourage us to push into our courage zone and help us feel that extra space of exhilaration and adrenaline running through us, right, Terry? Of feeling that rush and feeling that connectedness to others that are also feeling those space of encouragement and that rush. So once a month, we will meet in a structured meeting. The meeting is 2 hours long. We will, like I said, it'll be about 60% personal development, 40% professional, and we will have a speaker every month. Ideally, the speaker will be related to that activity a month. So we are going to follow the structure ACE, adventure, creativity, then enjoyment, then adventure, creativity, then enjoyment. Follow that each month. So that will be the activity every month. So the activity is always going to be the 4th week of the month. And whether we break or when we break off, because it will only be a matter of time when we break into 2 groups of Denver and Colorado Springs. Once we break out though, that community part of it, everybody will come together for the same activity on the 4th week of the month. And I will spread it out. I will be going to, you know, Colorado Springs area, Denver area, Front Range area, you know, getting a little west into the mountains, just a hair as well. But it will be an opportunity for you to then have that space of adventure, creativity, and or enjoyment. Now, let's face it, the enjoyment part is encompassing both. But it will be, hopefully, at the end of the day, you enjoy yourself at each event. And I recently had someone, I want to share this with you because this is pushing your courage a bit. I recently had someone ask me, she's still interested, and hopefully she'll come on board. But I recently had someone ask me, she goes, well, if I decide to come on board, can you promise me that we will not go bungee jumping, zip lining, or high ropes courses? And I said, I can guarantee you we won't be going bungee jumping. It's too risky.
Oh, I'm out.
No, just kidding.
It's just too risky for me as a business owner and things like that. So I won't do something like that. But what I did tell her is I said, ropes courses and ziplining are both on the table, because I said, part of this is then being able to push our courage, overcome our fears a little bit. I'm a little bit of afraid of heights. That doesn't mean I don't want to do a ropes course. It doesn't mean I don't want to do some skydiving. Now, skydiving could be one of those things that would be potentially later, extra, but I also have to budget to maintain too. So I want to make sure that I'm maintaining that a bit too. But I'm telling you these things, ladies, because I want you to push yourself. I want you to like face your fear just a little bit and push yourself a little further. That's part of why this community is going to be so beautiful, is because not only will it help you in that personal space of overcoming some of these things and having that adventure and having that adrenaline rush, it will also help you in your business goals, because what are some of the things that you've been fearing? Now you have a little more courage to go past it and push it and say, yes, you know what? If I can do a ropes course and I'm afraid of heights, I can do this. I can do this. So I'm super excited about where this is going. February 13th is the official launch for the meeting or for the group itself. I've got founding members already on board, and I'm going to have them share a little bit of their excitement and things like that. The founding members are going to be considered founding members all the way through the February 13th meeting, because I love the people that are jumpers, that are excited and that want to come on board, because that's a space of courage too. You're saying, you know what, I'm putting some trust in this, and we're going to go for it, and we're going to do it as a community, and we're going to really just embrace each other. So for the founding members, you do get some extra things throughout the year, because I really appreciate the support and the jumpstart and the kickstart to get this off and running. So there's going to be some extra things. So again, if you decide to come on board, founding members, even through February 13th, are considered founding members. This membership is an annual membership. And so it's an opportunity. There's an annual investment that you could do, pay in full, all up front, or there's a monthly opportunity. The monthly, though, is you're still committed to those 12 months of payments. Again, as founding members and coming on board now versus later, you get 13 months, if you will, of true activities. So how the meetings work itself. Again, 2-hour meeting. We will do some networking, because again, community is a piece of this, and I want everybody to get to know each other at that really relationship level, a deep relationship level. And so we do some networking during that time. We then go into some masterminding and talk about some of the things. So if we're talking about adventure for the month, what adventurous things can you do in your business that, maybe you've been holding yourself back for? Anyway, there'll be some masterminding. As a life coach, I will still continue to bring some of those things in. I have a certification with a company called ULA. It's a mind and body company, and they focus in on creating balance in 7 different areas of your life. So those will be some of those topics as well as we work through. So fitness, finance, family, field, which is your career, faith, friends, and fun. You can see even in those 7, there's a good combination of professional and personal. So those will come in and make a play in there as well. I will continue to do my training and things like that with ULA, and that will make its way in. There will also be a speaker every month. And the speaker is mostly going to be, as much as possible, related to the activity we're doing later in the month. For example, the February 13th meeting, the launch meeting, is technically adventure, because that's the kickoff meeting. So it's technically adventure. And the goal is I'm working on getting us tickets right now for the ice sculpture and the ice festival in Cripple Creek, Colorado. So I'm working on getting group tickets for that. I have one final question for them, because they said it's non-transferable. And I was like, well, I don't agree with that policy. Because if I put them all under my name, like, how do I get people there then? Type of thing. So all the things would be booked on your behalf, basically. So you won't have to worry about a thing when it comes to the events themselves. I will book them for you. The event planner, event coordinator piece of, in my past career, that's all coming to fruition now in this community. So that's, for example, that's what we're looking to do in February. Then, because of that, I've already got a confirmed speaker for the month of February for the launch meeting. He's coming in from the Douglas County Search and Rescue team, and he's going to be talking about avalanche training, winter preparedness training. So he's going to take about 30 minutes, and he's going to talk to us about that. I know there's a lot of adventurous people on this call. And so have you gotten yourself into a situation where maybe you're skiing or snowboarding backcountry, or been snowshoeing backcountry? Do you know what to do in that situation, right? And so he's going to be able to help us with that. He's coming in because we're right in the smack dab heart of winter, as we all are experiencing with the cold snap here. And so, do you know what to do? So that's related to this event. See what I'm saying there? The month of March, creativity. I'm a creativity coach. I will be the speaker. So, it's a community that I'm big into, and so I wanted to make sure that piece of it. So having said that, if you have a topic or something, I mean, Phaedra, I have ideas for you as well along the way. A charcuterie board class or things like that. It's already on my list. So that's been a conversation I would love to have with you along the way. but perhaps we can have you even speak during one of the meetings and things like that, right? So it's opportunities for our members as well. It's not guaranteed, just if you're a member, it's not a guarantee that you get to speak, but it's an opportunity. So there's that. In Phoenix, obviously we can chat about all the creative things that you're doing, as well as bringing in all of those things and those pieces to how you can have more enjoyment while you travel, or more creativity while you travel, things like that, where there's a million things that you could talk about as well. So those are all working in the back of my brain as well. So I'm going to actually have a few of our founding members just chime in a little bit of what sparked your interest in this, what made you decide to join really quickly like this, and then just something you're really looking forward to. Anyone in the preview? Yeah, thanks, Phoenix.
So I have known Jackie for 7 or 8 years now, and she was my very first point of contact, basically, for the dot community at that time. I would drive all the way up from Colorado Springs to Denver, and Jackie, you just have the most incredible energy, authentic person. Like, you just check all the boxes as being like you just want to be friends with. So we've been friends for a long time, and anything that you have your hands on, I'm interested in. And we're a lot alike in terms of adventure and creativity. We have a lot of common things in that, and I'm just super excited. I've been really looking forward to this because it has been cultivating for such a long time for you. And to see it come to fruition now, and to be honored to be a part of this with you, is very exciting. So I'm glad to be here, and really looking forward to the community and the activities and the adventure and all the things. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being part of it. I'm so grateful for you and your friendship, and for you coming on board. So thanks, Phoenix.
I'll go.
Yeah, thanks, Phaedra.
So I'm really excited for this. The appeal for me is, number one, I don't tend to do as many adventurous things. I'm a little more restrained when it comes to getting out there and doing that sort of stuff. So, doing it with a community that, is supportive and will be there with me, and people that I know personally going into it, I think is a big benefit. And the creativity part for me, I used to be a lot more creative, like doing like arts and craftsy kind of things when I was younger. And over the years with work and whatever, it's kind of toned itself down to pretty much the only place I'm creative is in the kitchen, crafting food or creating cocktails and recipes and stuff like that. So that's something I wanted to expand, and this is a really good tool for both. I also like Phoenix, have known Jackie for about 7 years, since 7, 8 years, since 2016, I think, 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Also through Polka Dot. And I agree with Phoenix. Like, you just have such a talent and a skill for building and creating strong communities of powerhouse people. And that's also something that we all need in our lives. It's just a strong, good community of amazing people who support each other. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, big hearts. I love that you can do that, Phoenix. That's so fun on the screen.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's, I'm excited about this community. I'm excited to have, so many people that have said, hey, whatever it is I'm in, and that really means a lot. And I'm, this community will continue to cultivate and evolve, and members will have the opportunity to voice. If I'm way off track on the activities that we line up, then let's get on track and do things that are actually in alignment with what you are interested in as well. Again, we want to push ourselves and push past our comfort zones, but we also want to find that common ground where people are like, yes, this was so fun. I had such a great time because we got to do something together. So I really do appreciate it. So Kelly, I know you're one of our newest members. I don't know if you want to chime in or not. It's up to you.
It's weird, like things just do pop up in your life for a reason. And I love everything about it, but expanding my community because I recently moved. And so I'm in a new phase of life. So we're just going to see
Yeah.
what happens, my new friends.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Yes, I really appreciate that. And so Cheryl and Deidre and Terry, to those of you that don't know, so we're going to be doing the meetings, in Colorado. So to start with, it's going to be Castle Rock, because right now we have 4 members in Colorado Springs, 3 members from the Denver area, and Kelly sits right there, smack right in Castle Pines area. And so we are going to start meeting in Castle Rock to bring it together. So it will be February 13th. That is the second Tuesday of the month. That it will go from 4 to 6 p.m. I did that with intention. That time frame was intentional because it's kind of after the time frame. If you're retired or if you're working for someone else, it's a lot easier to kind of escape away for a meeting at the end of the day type of thing. Activities will kind of follow suit with that. The activity week is the 4th week of the month. And so it's really going to be dependent on where we're at. Now for February, so there's a caveat, there's an asterisk to that 4th week of the month, because sometimes there are activities that are beyond my control as far as timing goes, because it's a special event or things like that. For example, I'm going to the rodeo tonight. That was one of the options that I offered as a bonus for the founding members, but I'm still going. And so, but that, obviously this isn't the 4th week. So sometimes there will be some of that opportunity where we switch it around and it's special event related. February is one of those months. It will be February 20th. For the Cripple Creek ice sculptures. Terry, no problem. I will send you the membership details, and I'll send you all the recording as well. So thanks for being on, Terry. Appreciate you. So it will be a different date that particular month. Here's why I'm doing it the 20th. The Cripple Creek Ice Sculpture Contest goes on the 17th through the 25th. We miss that 4th week by 2 days. And then the ice, like, not the sculptures, but the festival part of it, where you actually get to see them lit up and things like that, that goes on at the same time as the ice sculpture contest. So you can go to Cripple Creek right now. The ice festival is going on, where they have them all lit up and things like that. Having said that, I wanted to combine with the sculptures because I think it's really cool. The sculptures are so creative. Now I get it. It's adventure, creativity, enjoyment. We're crossing over a little bit on this one. Having said that, the adventurous part is still that we're going to be outside in the winter and you never know what you're going to get with the weather. So that's the adventure part of it. So for that's what I'm saying. There will be some special things like that, but for the most part, we will be the 4th week of the month. And again, activities mostly in the evenings. So that way, again, if you're retired or working for someone else, it's a little easier to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go grab this event for tonight type of thing. So that's where we're at. Once we split off, and we will split off, there will be 2 meetings eventually. So one in Colorado Springs on the 2nd Tuesday of the month, after we get to be, 10 members from either side of town. It'll be Colorado Springs the 2nd week of the month, or 2nd Tuesday of the month. And then it will be 3rd Tuesday, Denver. Now, as members, you are welcome to go to either or both groups. The speakers may or may not be the same. Always, I'm trying to work through that process as well. For example, if I wasn't speaking in March and we were already split off, I would speak at both meetings. So that would be the same. Having said that, am I always going to get the same speaker? I don't know. So that will kind of be different, but we'll try to have them similar as much as possible. But you're welcome to go to both, because that just increases your opportunity for further community, further relationships, deepening those relationships. You're not required to go to any of them, but you're welcome to go to both. There's no attendance requirements or anything like that. Your membership covers what you're going to attend, basically. So the activities part of it, the membership will cover all the activities that we have planned. There will be occasions I may do some bonus activities. So let's talk about the investment part of it at this point. I will send this to Terry as well, but So if you do an annual paid in full membership, it does save you about 15.5% or so. It is $899 for the year. So $899 if you do paid in full. If you do a monthly, it's still recurring, and you are still responsible for all 12 months. So 12 months of payment, not 13. Even if you sign on as a founding member, it will be 12 payments, not 13, but you'll get 13 months of awesomeness. And so it's $89 a month on a recurring schedule if you do the if you do the monthly recurring. So you can run the numbers on that. You can see it's a little bit different. I do that with intention because I want to make sure that we are able to book the activities we can book. And that way, knowing that there's members and things like that or whatever. But the monthly is a perfectly great option for you as well. So $899 for the year if you do paid in full, or $89 a month if you do monthly recurring. So there's that. And again, as I mentioned, the event coordinator in me is going to take on all that responsibility of coordinating and getting tickets and things like that. So you really don't have to worry about much except for showing up. Are spouses allowed or significant others? Yes, they are. There's a non-member fee of $109 if they want to attend a particular activity with you or something like that. They are welcome. Kids, I'm going to leave at $35 a person for kiddos. I'm not here to make money on the kids, on kids or, whatever. I just got to be able to cover the cost of actually doing the event, but it may not always. Sometimes it might not always cover that, right? I mean, the kids, I'm just not trying to make money off of the kids. This is a business. And so that's why there's membership fees involved. And as far as the coordination and things like that, that's, again, your membership will cover any of the activities that we do. Now, if something is out of range or whatever, past the $89 a month or whatever, and it's an activity that would be really amazing, and I think everybody could really come on board with, we can work out details on that. Maybe it's something where you pay the difference for that month type of thing. Like, so let's say it's $110 for the month and your membership is $89 a month. Well, I'm not here to bear all of those costs. And so, maybe we do a split the difference type of thing. But the intention is to get every single event covered under your membership. And so those that aren't would be kind of bonus type of activities that aren't necessarily covered under the membership, but we could decide if you want to participate or not. And again, as founding members, I've got some different, some special things kind of planned throughout the year for those that are coming on as founding members. For example, we are doing Hot Springs next Tuesday for the founding members up in Idaho Springs. And so again, you can see I'm going Idaho Springs and Cripple Creek, and then we're just going to kind of mix it up, go back and forth a little bit. So I'm going to take a breath and I would love to answer any questions that anybody has on the call. Cheryl, Deidre, Kelly, Phaedra, Phoenix, anybody that has additional questions, whether you're a member or not a member yet at this point, yet being the key word. So I certainly would.
Exciting.
What's that?
I said it sounds exciting.
Thanks. Yes, I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a fun year. And, if your desire is to have more fun and more adventure and more laughs and enjoyment and be silly and try new things, then this is probably a great community for you. And I certainly would love to help you in that space. And I would love to have you as part of this community.
I love that it's everything that I want without all the stuff you're going to handle. And that right there just solves all the problems for me.
Yes, exactly. Now, I mean, I'll have everybody RSVP, but just so I know truly how many tickets to get for something or whatever. That's easy though. Those are easy things to do. All right. What other questions can I answer for you? I really appreciate all of you being on the call. I really appreciate your interest. And like I said, 2024 is I already feel it. I feel the excitement. I feel the energy. And, even through cold snaps, it's like, oh, sun's shining today. It's a great day. And that's all good. So, you know, sometimes it might, we'll have to see what happens with weather sometimes.
All the time.
All the time.
Always about the weather.
Yes, especially in your space of travel. All right. Well, awesome. I appreciate your time and energy, and I certainly would love to, you know, again, have you join us and answer any additional questions. So if you find that you're getting questions even after this, just go ahead and send me a message or a text, a call. I'll send this recording as well, just so you can kind of review it. But if there's anything I can help with, I'm happy to assist.
Been awesome. Thank you for the opportunity to check it out, see what you have to offer here.
You're welcome.
Sounds like a fun year of adventure for sure.
It does. It does. And I hope you'll join us, Cheryl. It will be fun.
I'll give you a note on the side.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you,
Sounds
Jackie.
good. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, Jackie. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.